Hey there, David. Good morning. It's Jay Obertans at work, so I apologize if I'm kind of like whispering here. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this video for you here in the showroom. So talking into my iPad is probably going to make me look a little bit more crazy to everybody else around me than what they already think. But it worked out pretty good because in front of me I have a Grand Touring CX5, and then I do have the premium CX30 in the back to kind of show you the difference. And in all honesty, both of them have very uniqueness that I have mentioned. The CX5 really kind of is competing against the Acura RDX in terms of its quality and overall design and driving dynamics, where the CX30 actually has Lexus DNA through and through it. Now, size is going to be the main one. The CX5, no doubt, overall interior and trunk space is going to be largely up, considering the CX30 is built on the Mazda 3, which is a compact sedan. Now, Grand Touring trim, you'll have your larger wheels. Safety-wise in both vehicles are the same. You'll notice one of the camera systems up there on top of the windshield, as well as these massive emblems that are not real, because those are for your emergency brake system, your pedestrian and cyclist detection. It will pull itself back in the lane if you're drifting. The cruise control can slow down and pick back up with the flow of traffic. Likewise, blind spot monitoring system, backup camera, and many others. So interior-wise, similar layout, but you will notice some differences when I show you the overall theme of the CX30. So everything is clean and horizontal. Mazda has been rivaling the Germans, so you'll kind of notice free of buttons and clutter, your large 7-inch screen up on top of the dashboard. Now here's a uniqueness. When you are parked or stopped, you can touch on the screen. Otherwise, when you're driving, everything locks out and is controlled on that iDrive-like system behind the gear shifter. That is a difference in the 30. All of Lexus's touchscreens are not touch at all. They're all on a control system. So there is no touch functionality at park or stop in the 30, which is something I'll go over. You will have your full leather seats with two-way memory. And you'll see that you have your Bose surround sound system with active noise cancellation speakers up in the windshield. You'll have your sunroof. Now, rear accommodations are going to be quite a bit more generous here in the CX5. There's going to be a lot more legroom, but also for kind of longer trips, a unique feature to the 5 is lifting up this little armrest here. You have two high output USB charging ports. Now, both of these cars will have a power liftgate, but obviously there is going to be quite a bit more space here to haul things in the CX5 over the CX30. All-wheel drive systems are entirely the same, and if you have not researched on any of Mazda's all-wheel drive, they call it the iActive. I really suggest doing so, as it ranked out the best all-wheel drive system in the entire segment. And you'll have things such as dual climate system, obviously heated seats, and many other features that kind of push this car a bit above its weight. Now, last but not least, kind of a unique safety feature to the CX30 as I kind of walk over here, is it does have a new feature called Driver Attention Alert. Meaning that though small, it could be powerful depending upon the circumstance. There's actually a camera in the speedometer that looks out towards the driver, and if it senses that you're slouching or your eyes are closing and falling asleep, it'll actually kind of alert you to say, hey, I think you might need to rest. So let's walk over to the 30 here. Now you'll see everything is going to be the same. You still have a very angular body style. This is sort of Mazda's evolution of Kodo. You'll kind of see just the grille slashes a little bit more into the headlight. You kind of have a lip there on the hood, so it looks a little bit more angular. This is actually a unique color to the CX30, and it's the same on my Mazda 3 I drove because I fell in love with it. It's called polymetal. It will actually change from like a plastic light blue, almost like a Ziploc container, all the way into like a dark kind of gunmetal gray. It's really, really interesting how they made this color look like polycarbonate. And of course, you'll have your same LED lights. Both of these vehicles, I did forget to mention the LED lights, those very bright blue lights, can not only read light and use high and low beam automatically, they can actually move the lights left to right as you're driving. Now, these have 18-inch wheels, so just 1 inch down from the CX5, which has 19-inch wheels, but obviously a bigger wheel well on a bigger vehicle, you kind of need it to fill it out a bit more. Side rails are standard on premium trim level. Kind of going along to the rear here. And both of these vehicles do run out the same engine, the 2.5 Skyactiv. Now, of course, this is power as well, but just to show you, still plenty of cargo space, but obviously down from what I had shown on the CX5. Now, you might see this is where things differ a little bit. So you'll kind of see, hey, you still have that sort of clean horizontal dash, but you'll quite notice it's a bit different. So your screen, this is the largest in the Mazda. It is about 9 inches across. And you'll see that the overall centralized control system is a little bit different. You have a lot of unique stitching, and this particular interior has what Mazda considers the espresso accents. So you'll see you have kind of brown going up through there. The Bose system is a brand new partnership system. So you'll notice that there's no door speakers. In fact, your main tweeters are here and up in the crawl. And as a result, they move the door speaker up underneath the dash to create sound coming up at you, much like if you're sitting at a symphony. Very interesting on how they were able to achieve that, but no doubt about it, if you're in the CX30 as opposed to the CX5, yes, they both have Bose audio system, but the Bose is far superior on this vehicle as opposed to the 5. And we'll kind of just run around to the driver's side. Now, last but not least, one kind of very unique thing here with us at Rourke, I may or may not have went over, is obviously the Rourke Advantage. And something about us is we're the largest Mazda dealer in the region, but we're also top in the nation for customer satisfaction. And that's something really important to us, and basically, to just simply put it, we actually give a damn, not something that you'd expect from, a place that you buy a car at. But as a result, all of your oil changes and all of your inspections are going to be lifetime free. Our organization will pay for every single one. Doesn't matter if you drove 95,000 miles per year or you didn't drive at all. We're still going to do it for the life of ownership. To respect your time, anytime that you do come in for service, you're going to have a free loaner car just so you're not waiting or having to work out arrangements. And obviously, we're going to return your property better than what you gave it to us out of respect, so you do get car washes. And last but not least, something I always stress is a 3-day return policy. We really want you happy. So let's say that you end up with a CX30 and you're thinking, ah, crap, I should have got a CX5. Doesn't make a damn difference. Just bring it back and we'll exchange it for you. But I appreciate it greatly here, David. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video and look forward to hearing back. Thanks for the opportunity.